Welcome to today's video, and today I'm counting down 10 of the weirdest lifts that I'm performing in my home gym. So if I would perform these lifts in the commercial gym, then for sure I would get some weird looks. So number 10 would be just the lifts that maybe will get some funny looks here and there. And as we get closer to number 1, I think most of the people will think that I am for sure stupid, I don't know what I am doing, or the lifts would be so embarrassing that no one would dare to perform them in the gym. So this will be quite a light video just to have some fun, but maybe you will learn a thing or two. At number 10, we have the incline dumbbell fly press. So this is a hybrid lift between an incline dumbbell press and an incline fly. It's a very subtle difference. Somebody even notices this small difference when I'm doing this exercise, then I think most of the time they would think I don't know how to perform the incline dumbbell press or the incline fly. But the reason because I do this hybrid lift is because I have some issues with the dumbbell fly. So when you are lowering the dumbbells here, you are getting here a maximum stretch in the chest, and this will be a hybrid version between the fly and the press. If you would do a regular fly, then you would not stop there, you would then move your elbow. So you would open here your elbows, and this opens up a few issues. First of all, you will feel that your biceps is stretched. A lot of people are feeling the flies in the biceps, and then you can get unnecessary pain here at the elbow. So in my opinion, I lower to here, stop, and then press it back up. Number 9, we have the knee raises on the captain's chair with homemade ankle weights. So the thing with knee raises are they will get light over time, and you have to use some additional resistance. But the ankle weights, if you see, they are way overpriced and they are way too light. So that's why one day I had the idea to go to Home Depot, buy a chain with a carabiner, and then I'm attaching regular weight plates to my ankles and I'm performing this exercise. So I think you would just get a funny look. Why is he performing this exercise with chains on his ankle? At number 8, we have heel elevated front squats performed with a full range of motion. So most of the time I think you would also get here a little bit of funny looks. Why is he doing this on a heel elevation? Well, the thing is, with the squat, I want to target purely my quads. So the quad should be the limiting factor. So that's why I want to have full knee flexion, full knee extension. And if you have limited mobility in your ankles, then it's not bad to put something underneath your heels to get this elevation, so you can get more comfortably in this deep squat position. And while placing the bar in front, it helps you to keep a vertical torso, and that way you will not turn the squat into a hip hinge motion or go only to parallel. No, I'm doing full range of motion, going all the way down, all the way up. Now at number 7, we start to see more interesting exercises, and it's the power shrug. So I'm using a trap bar for it, and I'm targeting here the upper traps. Now nowadays I don't see a lot of people who are doing shrugs or even doing shrugs seriously. So most of the time they do grab a couple of dumbbells, perform some light shrugs, and that's it. So if you would see me performing power shrugs, then most of the people would think that I'm ego lifting. But the idea is to fail on the positive, in the concentric aspect while doing the shrugs. So that would be when you are shrugging up, down, and for example, then you will reach a sticking point, you cannot shrug it back up. And then you use a little bit of momentum in your knees, a little bit in your hips to propel the weight back up, and then you catch it, control it, lower it slowly, and you fail on the eccentric, on the negative. So this will blow up your traps in no time. At number 6, we have an interesting lift. So this would be on the preacher and hammer curl with fat grips. So most of the people would look at this, you are performing on the preacher, which is dangerous for your bicep tendons, but you are doing a hammer curl with fat grips attached. So I don't see that a lot of people are doing this lift, only the arm wrestlers. And the idea is very simple. I want to target here the forearms, the brachioradialis. And in my opinion, this lift is way superior compared to the regular hammer curls when you are just doing standing like this, hammer curls. And on the preacher with the hammer curl, with the fat grips, you will target here your forearms way better. Now at number 5, we have the wrist flexion with the dumbbell with fat grips. Most of the time, I think people would find this lift unnecessary. What's the point in doing this? Your forearms will get worked from other lifts, for example in your deadlifts or in your pull-ups, when you will be holding on to the bar. Also in the back movements like a dumbbell row, you will be holding here the dumbbell. But you see, the problem is the forearms will be worked only isometrically, so you can go only that far. So you have to isolate your forearms if you really want to get them bigger. At number 4, we have another movement for the forearms, and this is using the wrist roller. So here you can do 2 exercises, one for wrist flexion, one for wrist extension. So I think most of the time people would think that this is a gimmicky lift, just a cheap product. But no, actually you can use this equipment to your advantage, and you can work here the forearm flexors, forearm extensors, and once again build up your forearms. And now we have our top 3 lifts. Now this is a very rare case when you see someone perform these 3 lifts. Number 3 and 2, maybe you would see it once in a blue moon, but number 1, you have to be crazy to perform this in the commercial gym. So at number 3, we have the sissy squat. So it's very clear, if you see somebody doing this lift, you think they will blow out their knees in no time. And I also was of this same opinion not a long time ago, but then I did delve a little bit deeper into quad training, how to bring up the quads, especially in a home gym environment when you don't have that lot of equipment available. And then I sat down, thought about movement, and it kind of makes sense. You are getting there a full range of motion in the quads, and the knee joint itself has the ability to go into full knee flexion and knee extension. And I'm using this movement as an intensity technique. I'm done with my leg extensions, and then I'm going straight into sissy squats to get in couple more reps to really finish the quad. Then at number 2, we have the neck curl. So most of the time, if you would see someone perform this lift in the gym, you would think he's just crazy. So most of the time you would see some old dude performing this lift, and also in the past I did see that you have this old man with a towel on his head performing this lift, and I did think always, it's just stupid. Why are you doing this? It doesn't make sense, it's dangerous. What's the point in this lift? And it's funny to look back in time and you realize you were the one that was stupid. So all these lifts that I did outline, including the neck curls, I'm doing right now, and I made the best progress so far when switching to pure hypertrophy training. So the neck curls are not dangerous, but you have to build up slowly over time. And if you want to have here a thicker neck, then you have to isolate it. And then at number 1, if you do this lift at a commercial gym and you can pull it off, then you have made it. It's the neck extension with the harness. So out of all the lifts, I think this is the weirdest one, and it looks like a weird lift. But once you are comfortable training your neck, for example, I did progress from 2.5 kilograms. I started with 2.5 kgs, and then for example for extensions I'm using 15 kilograms, and for flexions 20 kilograms, so a full plate. And then you did made results with hypertrophy training, then I don't have any problems in performing these lifts, because if you will be doing neck curls, then you have to balance out also with neck extensions. Same as with arms, you do biceps and you do triceps, simple as that. But there's the social stigma attached to these lifts. But once you understand why you are doing them and also what makes a great physique in the first place, then you have to do some unconventional lifts to get better than the general population. If the general population, the gym goers, are not doing these lifts, they are not working these small muscle groups, and you are working them, then at the end of the day you will get a quite big advantage over them. So these are the top 10 weird lifts that I am performing in my home gym, and it's just food for thought for you, the viewer. If you are interested in hypertrophy training, I will leave here a playlist of mine, you can watch it, and I will see you next time. Bye.